Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, if you're tuning in right now, I know your hearts are heavy, mine sure is. Imagine this, a young star bursting onto the scene with that raw, unfiltered fire, gone in the blink of an eye. It's the kind of news that stops you cold, makes you question the fragility of it all. Today we're grappling with the unimaginable loss of Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland, who passed away at just 24 years old.
It's like the front office hit the reset button on our defense faster than Dak Prescott can audible out of a bad play. Welcome to tonight's Cowboys Corner. I'm your host, diving deep into this seismic shift that's got AT&T Stadium buzzing and the NFC East on notice. Buckle up, because if you're a die-hard fan wearing that star-emblazoned jersey, this one's for you. Let's start with the headlines that dropped like a thunderclap this week. In a deal that's already sparking heated debates from Frisco to Fort Worth, the Cowboys sent Parsons, our edge-rushing phenom who terrorized quarterbacks for years, packing to Green Bay, along with a second-round pick and defensive tackle Motzi Smith. In return, not just Williams, but also veteran DT Kenny Clark and a juicy first-rounder to sweeten the pot. Then, Dallas doubled down, shipping out draft capital, a 2026 second-rounder, a 2027 first, the better of their pair post-Parsons trade, and more, to land Williams, the Alabama alum who's been a Jets cornerstone since they drafted him third overall in 2019. It's a retool on steroids, folks, aimed at plugging the gaping holes in our interior line that VE left run defenses leaking like a sieve this season. And Williams, he didn't waste a beat addressing the elephant in the room, the inevitable comparisons to Parsons, straight from the heart in an exclusive chat shared by our insider John Machota on X. Picture this, Williams, fresh off the plane, standing tall at 6'3", 300 pounds of Alabama grip, mic in hand, and he lays it out plain and simple. It's pretty cool. Micah Parsons is a phenomenal player. He can do things I can't dream about doing, especially when it comes to rushing the passer. We're totally different players. I'm more interior presence, interior push, physical, strong, and a good interior pass rusher. I'm just here to do my job to the best of my ability and be a difference maker from an interior standpoint and a defensive line standpoint the best way I can. Boom. No sugarcoating, no trying to step into Micah's oversized cleats. Williams gets it. He's not here to chase ghosts or mimic that hybrid linebacker edge wizardry that made Parsons a three-time All-Pro nightmare. Instead, he's owning his lane as the ultimate pocket collapser, the guy who eats double teams for breakfast and turns Jalen Hurts scrambles into bad memories. What a breath of fresh air in a league where every trade screams replacement hunt. Now, let's peel back the layers, because this isn't just a roster tweak, it's a full-on tactical overhaul under head coach Mike McCarthy and defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer. Remember, Dallas has been hemorrhaging yards on the ground this year, ranking dead last in the NFL against the run at over 150 yards per game allowed. That's not the Cowboys' way. It's a far cry from the 90s glory days when the Doomsday defense, led by legends like Charles Haley and Russell Maryland, stuffed opponents like Thanksgiving turkeys en route to those 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Parsons was our modern-day disruptor, notching 40.5 sacks over his tenure, but his absence exposed the middle. Opponents were gashing us up the gut like it was the Autobahn. Enter Williams, a 3-time Pro Bowler with 25.5 sacks since 2019, including a career-high 8.5 last season that had Jets fans chanting his name at MetLife. Pair him with Kenny Clark, that Wisconsin wrecking ball who's racked up 34 sacks since 2016 and just turned 30, still in his prime, and Osa Odighizuwa, our homegrown beast from UCLA who's quietly become a run-stuffing machine with 5 sacks already this year. It's like building a fortress in the trenches. Williams anchors the nose, Clark slides to the 3-tech for those A-gap twists, and OSA handles the 5-tech duties, freeing up linebackers like DeMarvion Overshown to fly to the ball. Zimmer's gonna love this. Expect more stunts and games up front, collapsing pockets on third downs to force those 3-and-outs we've been begging for. And get this, Williams has hinted he's game for some outside reps if needed, adding that versatility without aping Parsons' blitz packages. It's chess, not checkers, and Dallas just upgraded the board. But hey, let's zoom out for some historical spice, because no Cowboys story is complete without a nod to our roots. We're talking America's team, baby. The moniker Tex Schramm coined back in the 70s when Tom Landry's squad lit up primetime like a Christmas tree on the prairie. From Roger Staubach's Hail Mary Magic in '75 to Emmitt Smith's 1,000-yard seasons that powered those Lombardi trophies, Dallas has always been about bold moves. This trade, It echoes the 2018 swap for Amari Cooper that ignited a playoff run, or even the 1994 deal for Joey Galloway that juiced the offense. Statistically, our D-line's pressure rate has dipped to 32% without Parsons, bottom third in the league, compared to 48% in his peak years. Williams' interior win rate? A stout 42% on pass rushes, per next-gen stats, which could bump us back into the top 10 if he meshes quick. And against NFC East foes? Imagine him stonewalling Saquon Barkley's homecoming dashes for the Eagles or plugging gaps when Daniel Jones tests us with those bootlegs. It's personal rivalries like ours with Philly, where they've punked us 10 of the last 15, demand this kind of grit. Or picture the trash talk brewing with the Giants. Williams, a New York kid at heart, now flipping the script in Big D. Fan reactions? Oh, they're as divided as a Thanksgiving dinner table. I caught up with a couple of Blue Star faithful outside the Star in Frisco. Let's call them lifelong season ticket holders Big Tex and Starla Sue. Big Tex, fists pumped. Finally! Parsons was electric, but we were getting gashed inside like a screen door in a tornado. Quinnen's that road grader we need. Watch him turn this 4-6 mess into playoff contention. Starla, shaking her head with a half smile. Trading Micah? It stings like a breakup with your high school sweetheart. But if Williams anchors us, I'll toast to it with a Shiner Bock. Just win, baby. Prove the skeptics wrong. And the media. Fox Sports' Nick Wright called it insanity, blasting the cost as giving up 90% of the Parsons haul. Fair. Maybe. But insiders whisper this nets Dallas a net positive. 2 Pro Bowl vets for 1 star, plus picks to rebuild the edges in the draft. Early practices. Williams is already syncing with the group, per reports, quick feet in drills, that signature bull rush popping pads like fireworks. Fictional? Nah, let's make it real. Imagine McCarthy in the post-practice huddle, mic'd up for our show. Quinnen's a pro's pro. He's not chasing shadows, he's building a wall. With Dak slinging it to CD Lamb, over 1,100 yards already, mind you, and our O-line holding firm, this D just got meaner. We're not out of the NFC East dogfight yet. 1 hot streak, and we're sniffing that wild card. Spot on, coach. And from a hypothetical Parsons Zoom call? Dallas will miss the chaos, but Quinnen's a dog. Rooting for my boys to ball out. Tell him to watch the tape on those A-gap games. I loved scheming. Looking ahead, the implications are electric. We're sitting at 4-6, 2 games back in the division, but with 5 winnable games left, including that revenge tilt against the Eagles in Philly on Thanksgiving.